Go.
Your main argument is that time depends, or can be manipulated by physics, yo.
Yo.
Just by saying that time is manipulated by physics doesn't make it time, okay? But, well, let's just say for the purpose of this that it is time that is being manipulated by gravity and height and all of that. I've done my research too. Well, if time is so inconstant, how can it exist? How can something exist that fluctuates and sometimes feels different or faster than other times? I can say that this glass of water exists, but that's because it's the same amount of glass and the same amount of water, and it's not changing. Time, on the other hand, is constantly changing. You can't put your finger on it. So, how can you say that it exists if it doesn't? You know?
Oh my God!
And you also say that you know, the Earth spins 365 times, or you know, that one. The only reason that a day always feels like a day and it never feels like a month, I mean, some days are, of course, feel longer than others, but the reason a day never feels incredibly long is only because it's relative to other measurements of time that we've invented. Yeah, a month never feels like a year, only because this year thing that we've come up with is in our minds longer than a month. There are certain tribes in the jungle that don't have time. There isn't time.
What are they in a hurry for?
It just doesn't exist. So if it doesn't, so if it can not exist for people, doesn't that say that the people that it does exist for just had to come up with it in their minds?
15 seconds.
Okay.
Done.
Alright. So, thank you very much. Cross-examination. A1. It's you, Traven.
Yes. Great then. So you say that if something is manipulated, that it's not constant, that it's not real? So, what does that mean? You're saying that's something that I don't know what that means. Can you, like, honestly, can you explain that to me?
Well, how can you say that one thing exists if it
Doesn't?
is just it is just like so elusive. Like, you can't measure it. You can say a clock measures it, but what does a clock measure? All a clock measures is the speed of the hands going around, and then we call that time. You know? You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't sense it in any way. And yet, we say that it exists only because it's the easiest thing to say. You know? It's very simple-minded, you know, to say that time exists only because we, as humans, have learned to perceive it. You know? We've learned to perceive that the sky is blue, but we've also learned that the sky is not actually blue just from this angle in here with science and stuff. It's blue. You know?
Okay. Alright. So you said that a tribe believes that time doesn't exist?
I'm not saying that they believe that it doesn't exist. I'm saying that they just don't have
You
it.
have 10
It doesn't
seconds.
exist.
Okay. So how long did it take them to come up with that?
They just never started to
Okay.
believe in time. They just
All right, save any more questions for future speeches.
What
Thank you
does
very
that
much.
mean?
I'm saying that there's a
Hey, let's not break the rules here.
He
So we've got take a minute.